show starts right now.
Hello, happy Monday. It is July 10th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. So, coming off the weekend, did you and the family, did you make it outside?
We did. Happy Monday, by the way.
I love Mondays, especially when I get to hang out with the GMSA at 9 a.m. crew.
It's fun. It's still fun. We're still like pretending it's the weekend. Yeah, we went out, but we also came back in very quickly because it was pretty hot.
I feel like you're really underselling the 12 miles you ran this weekend.
Not all together.
Not all together.
Broken up, and I did not do that in direct sun. I waited till the early morning hours. But you know what? Even running early in the morning right now, sometimes the humidity's a little warm. It's just warm. It's summer. It's
Justin
July.
Horn, did you run 12 miles this weekend?
No. And I'm guessing there's most people at home are like, you did what? 12 miles? That's insane.
Not all together.
Well, still.
8 miles and 4 miles.
Doesn't matter. Even if you're running at, 4 in the morning, it's still like 80 degrees.
It's extremely impressive for what it's worth.
That's what we're trying to
Matt.
say.
Thank you.
Yes, very impressive.
Thank you.
And the heat is unrelenting. We've still got more hot temperatures on the way. Most of this week, we've got a ridge of high pressure starting to move in. You know how that works with our heat highs. So high temperatures today around 102 here in San Antonio, 103 Fort Stockton, 102 Midland. If you're underneath that high, you're going to get these triple-digit temperatures. We are being helped out by a little bit of cloud cover this morning. Not much, but a little bit. Those clouds are already starting to fade away, though. And I think that here within the next couple of hours, we'll go to mostly sunny skies. 102, yes, is the forecast. Heat index, though, is going to be around 106 today. And expect a similar situation shaping up tomorrow. More on that in just a bit. Let's get over to Steven now. And it's been a, knock on wood, pretty quiet Monday morning.
Yeah, I think it's been okay. I've not really spotted major issues. We did send a push alert out, a little bit earlier this morning because there was actually a grass fire that was reported over on the city's east side that has since been extinguished. And you could see as we get this camera on rotation, a lot of the roadways appear to be very quiet. There's 281 at Sprucewood, and as a friendly reminder, slow down before you approach that curve there. US 90 at Meadow Creek doesn't seem to be a problem spot, but sunglasses may be a good idea. Let's take a look at our map. What we are seeing, of course, is a lot of that scattered construction, and traffic is actually being impacted over along 1604 heading westbound. So be on the lookout for that if you're traveling toward 281 a little bit later this morning, as well as here in I-10 in Kendall County, because we have bridge work that will pick up today. This starts around 9. Actually, crews should probably already be out there, but this takes us to the end of the work week. So this ends around 3 in the afternoon, and during that time, drivers will see alternating main lane closures in both directions at Fredericks Creek Bridge. But it's just one of the many closures that is happening in and around the Alamo City. So if you're at home, grab your phones, open the camera app, scan the QR code. It takes you to our KSAT traffic page. There's a full list of all the closures that are happening in and around our area, and there's lots of it. So just scan that QR code and know what to expect before you have to hit the roadways. Guys.
Steven Cavazos, thank you so much.
And here's today's 9 at 9.
The family of Melissa Bettis has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the 3 San Antonio police officers charged with her murder and the city itself. It alleges SAPD's formal and informal policies were the moving force behind Bettis's death. It also claims the department's policies relating to mental health and the mental health unit also caused her death.
NATO members currently working on a plan to find out what it would take for Ukraine to join the NATO alliance. President Joe Biden says Russia's war in Ukraine needs to end before that can even begin to happen. But he did go on to say the U.S. and its allies in NATO would continue to provide Ukraine the security and weaponry they needed to try to end the war.
President Biden is meeting with the British Prime Minister and King Charles III as he kicks off his first full day of his trip to Europe. The war in Ukraine will be at the top of the agenda for the world leaders ahead of the centerpiece of the trip, which is the much-anticipated NATO summit in Lithuania.
New details about a mass shooting in Philadelphia that ended with 5 people dead and 4 more wounded. Yesterday, police revealing the suspected gunman shot and killed his first victim nearly 2 days before he opened fire in a southwest neighborhood. Relatives didn't find the victim's body until the 4th of July, and detectives linked his death to the other victim's shot.
More than 37 million Americans are on alert for dangerous heat from the desert Southwest to the Florida Peninsula. Meanwhile, flood watches are in effect for more than 50 million other people. Much of the East Coast through the Northeast is on alert as heavy rain is expected to move in today. The threat for severe weather also returns to the heartland from Nebraska to Texas.
The energy drink Prime is prompting new concerns for parents of teenagers and young children. The canned version of Prime has raised concerns with experts because of how much caffeine it contains. Kids may be tempted to try it because of its endorsements by two massive internet personalities. There is a warning label on Prime energy drinks that says it is not recommended for children under the age of 18.
Bad news for some low-income renters. Many landlords are now expected to raise rents over the next 5 years as government protections end at hundreds of properties. Up to 188,000 subsidized rental apartments are eligible to convert to market rate by 2027. Chicago, Houston, and the Dallas area could lose a large amount of affordable housing.
Trying to go toe-to-toe with Amazon, Shein is pivoting from selling just its own clothes to becoming an online platform where other merchants can sell a wide range of items. The company recently launching its marketplace in the United States, Mexico, and Brazil, and they plan to roll out in Europe later this year.
Get your tickets. The next Powerball drawing is tonight, and there was no winner over the weekend, so the jackpot is now up to an estimated $650 million, making it the 9th largest Powerball prize ever. And that's today's 9 at 9.
And also new today, Texas State Senator Roland Gutierrez making it official, throwing his name in the hat for U.S. Senate. He is challenging Republican incumbent Ted Cruz in 2024. Gutierrez has been very outspoken about the changes he believes Texas needs to make after that deadly school shooting in Uvalde. In his official campaign video, Gutierrez says the massacre was about more than guns, but also about how Texas leaders have neglected our state. He also singles out Ted Cruz for his trip to Cancun in 2021 during the power grid collapse.
But before he can face off against Ted Cruz, he must win the primary election where he faces U.S. Representative Colin Allred of Dallas. Allred announced his campaign a couple months ago, and he has come out of the gates hot, raising $6.2 million in the first 2 months of that Senate race. You can read more about this on our website at KSAT.com.
We are continuing to following the latest on the construction happening along the St. Mary's Strip. We've really been following it for like 3 years now. And the city finally working on a new grant that could actually help save small business owners.
Now, one bar along the St. Mary's Strip is already going out of business, but council members are trying to prevent that from happening to any other businesses. The goal is to ensure no small business is harmed by major infrastructure projects again.
Camelia Juarez tells us how small business owners will be involved in this process.
For the last couple of years, business owners on the St. Mary's Strip on Broadway are all feeling the pain of construction.
Years, but we certainly never envisioned going out because of something that's beyond our control, which is, in my opinion, a mishandled city infrastructure project.
District 1 Councilwoman Sakur says council members are working to bring lasting and citywide relief through a permanent construction grant fund for any major infrastructure project.
Our city council really wants to work hard to make sure that they are feeling supported and preventing any negative impact so that we don't have situations like this occurring again when the next project is up.
Kaur says council members are learning from the previous infrastructure grant program. Business owners argued that grant program was inaccessible to those who needed it most, saying the requirements were difficult to meet. She says small business owners can now weigh in on the application process.
We are bringing folks that are being hurt to the table to ensure they are setting what are the metrics that we need to be looking at so that you are applicable for funding.
For now, the grant is in the early stages, receiving support from council members in District 2, 6, 7, 10, and 1. Council is off for July, but in August, it will be up for discussion.
All of my other businesses are in her district. We have faith that we can work together and make some positive change.
Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
And construction on the St. Mary's Strip is expected to be complete by the end of the month. There are a couple of things left to do, including striping the street.
Go Spurs, go. Taking a look at some of the highlights from the Summer League game last night against the Blazers. Took 3 minutes to get the Spurs' first bucket. And let's go. Obviously, you saw pop in attendance. Look at that. Oh, throwing it down after 2 free throws and just under 5 minutes to play. Wemby alone for the jumper. He had 2 points, 4 boards in just the first quarter. Portland would lead 19-8 right after 1 second quarter. Wemby getting it again. Look at that. Looking like Kevin Durant out there. 1 minute later gets the board and the slam. Barely had to jump. Next time down the floor, already under the basket for another dunk. He scored 9 straight points. Spurs still down at halftime, 43-33. Wemby had 11 points, 4 of 5 shooting by the break. So let's go to the third quarter. Check it out again. All right, beautiful attempt at a floater. Misses, gets the board after tipping himself, and then a contested bucket and the foul, a three-point play. Spurs down only 8 points, but Portland is winning for a reason. Check this out. Steal, quick fast break, Shaedon Sharpe slamming it home. Blazers up by 18 in the quarter. Right after that, Dominic Barlow slamming it down on the other end. Blazers up 66-52. Fourth quarter, Spurs would cut the lead. Malachi Branham finally contributing, making a 4-point game with a 3-ball. Then, here we go. Look at that. Drawing the defense. Wemby from the distance, 7-5, and can hit threes. Cuts the lead down to 1, but again, let's see, on 1 foot, could not cut it down anymore. Wemby finished with 27 points, 12 boards, and 3 blocks. It really is funny to see all the haters out there, very loud on social media,
Yes.
very loud in all the inboxes after game 1.
Mm-hmm.
After game 2, they were silenced.
Yeah. Silence after that. Yeah,
Love
well,
it.
I'm glad that Wemby had a good game on Sunday. Well, yesterday. Yeah.
It looked fantastic. It looked like Justin Horn out there.
Yeah, he looked great. Just like Justin.
He only has like a foot and 2 inches on Justin. All right. Time now, 9:09, 82 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, like Justin said, it's heating up again this week just as many farmers are looking to harvest their summer crops. Later in the show, Avery Everett's going to tell us about urban farming and how it's feasible here in San Antonio. But first,
Madison High School students have been hard at work this summer. Check it out. They have opportunities to raise animals and learn different lessons along the way. The opportunities that come with this program coming up next.
Welcome back. AgriScience Magnet Program students, they've been raising animals and they're going to have a chance to win money and even scholarships throughout the school year.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from Madison High School with the lessons that students have learned so far this summer. Good morning, Tiffany.
Hi, good morning, Max and Stephanie. Right now we're in the cattle barn, but check it out. Students here have been learning different skills throughout the summer. They're also learning responsibility, time management, and we're joined by Cherie, one of the teachers here at the school. Good morning, Cherie.
Hi, good morning, Tiffany.
Tell me a little bit more about this program and what students have been doing here this summer.
All right, well, thank you. Yes, here at James Madison, these students come into us. We have different various things that they get to have opportunities to do, whether it's different SAE projects such as state science fair. But one of the opportunities that they also have is to show livestock. So here joining me today are 2 of my students within our cattle program. And with these students, they get started pretty much in April. Most of my steers have already been bought by that point. And with that comes, like you said, time management responsibilities, but it gives them also the opportunity to be with these guys for the next year. And so with that comes with, every day is dedication, time management, working really hard, money that is being put into them. But with that, hoping at the end, as my job is to teach them, to advise them, to kind of help prepare them for, which is the San Antonio Livestock Show and Rodeo, which is in February. So with these projects, these students do have the opportunity to be with them for the next year.
So they're learning a lot, and we want to hear from these students. We have Jada here. Good morning, Jada. Tell me a little bit about this animal right here and what you've been learning throughout this program.
Okay, well, this is my steer, Winston. He's around 9 months old and 850 pounds. He's a Charolais cross, and he is a very good boy. He's super sweet, and he loves to cuddle. And one of my main goals here is to go to the San Antonio Rodeo and place.
And what have you learned throughout this program?
One of the main things I've learned is time management. It's sometimes really hard to find in your day 2 times to come every day for him, but I always manage to come for him, and sometimes I'm here for 1 hour, sometimes I'm here for 3. So I think time management is one of the biggest things I learn here.
You all are spending a lot of time here, and so is Averly over here. We'll talk to her just one moment. Averly, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me a little bit about your animal.
This is my steer, Bushwick. He is goofy as all get up, and I just love learning how to walk him and groom him and show him. It's definitely a lot of time, and I've had to learn to manage my time with it. But yeah.
Do you recommend this program for other students?
Definitely. It's so much fun.
Well, I'm excited for all of you to show your animals later on. this year, and we're going to follow up with y'all. So I'm excited for all this, and we're going to bring you more coming up on the noon show. We'll send it back to you for now.
We look forward to it. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany. All right, Justin Horn, taking a live look outside. So we have some cloud cover. Is that helping at all?
No.
Okay. Straight up,
speak the
hard
truth.
no. Love it.
Is it going to be hot today?
Yes.
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 It's going to be hot tomorrow?
Yep.
Yep.
What about the day after?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
See a trend here.
That's the weather segment. Did you need me to fill 3 minutes?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
We got it.
No, we're going to start off with some trivia. Now, you guys cannot answer this because you know the answer. We did this a little earlier. If you weren't watching on GMSA, here is the question. What year was air conditioning invented? Was it 1894, 1902, 1914, or 1928? Got some guesses back in the control room, 1914. Okay, here's the answer. 1902.
Yep. Sorry, Alex.
1902.
1902.
On July 17th, 1902, Willis Carrier invented the first modern AC system. Carrier might sound familiar to you. St. Anthony Hotel, though, in San Antonio was the first hotel in the world, according to their website, with fully functioning AC. That was back in 1909. And then, of course, the Milan Building was the first air-conditioned high-rise building here in San Antonio, but in Texas, back in 1928. So a lot there. We had to get AC going here in San Antonio because of all this extreme heat that we're used to here. But just a little history for you about air conditioning. Yes, the AC units will be cranking up today. If we get up to 100, which I think we will now be 16 days this year of 100 degrees or more. How does that compare to years past? Well, you'll remember 2009 holds the title. We had 59 100-degree days that year, 58 in 2022, just last year, and in 2011, another very dry year, we had 57 days. In 2009, at this point, we had 20 days of triple-digit heat, so we're not too far away from that. And of course, last year at this time, we had 32 days already where we had hit 100 or more. We'll see where we end up this year. We still have plenty of time left to stack up some triple-digit days. 82 right now, dew point is at 74. We've got a heat index of 88. The morning clouds would have helped some, but they're already going away. They're already breaking up. We can see that here on the satellite picture. Not much left here of the morning clouds around San Antonio. A little thicker as you get out towards Uvalde and maybe down towards Pleasanton, but even then the sun's still shining through. 81 in Carrizo Springs. Port Del Rio, man, it didn't even cool down hardly at all last night. Dropped into the low 80s, but now 85, already starting to climb up. And as we look around Bexar County, we've got low 80s here, 83 Helotes, 84 Castroville. KSAT 12-hour forecast, noontime 93. We make it up to 102 this afternoon. Southeasterly winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour, so at least there's a breeze. And then clear skies tonight, falling down into the 90s, but we're still at 90, even at 10 p.m. And then the heat index, that's the other big problem. So there's enough humidity today where by, say, 4 or 5 o'clock, the heat index is going to be up around 105, 106. And then some places could get close to 110. So this is a problem, and we have heat advisories in place because of this. We've been here before, but it's always a good reminder, hey, don't spend too much time outside. It's also a yellow day for CPS Energy, meaning we've got to try to conserve at least a little bit of electricity and energy this afternoon. You can scan that QR code for more information, but it's been green last couple days. Now we're moving to yellow days there for CPS Energy. We've got some showers and storms up across North Texas along the frontal boundary. That's where all the rain will stay. That front obviously does not make it down here. And so we miss out on the rain. And we do need to talk about the Northeast. They've been pounded by heavy rain overnight. There's going to be more flash flooding going on across parts of New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine this afternoon. And just not here. Again, we stay pretty much rain-free. The risk for severe weather today lines up from Midland basically up to Omaha, Minneapolis. So parts of West Texas will get some rain. It just stays well north of us. Extended forecast, triple digits all the way through. There is a very, very small chance for shower north of San Antonio tomorrow, but other than that, that's it.
Woohoo! Well, maybe the small cloud cover tomorrow with that small chance of a shower.
Perhaps. Maybe someone in Hill Country gets a brief shower tomorrow, which, that's nice.
That would be nice.
You missed the yellow memo. We got a yellow CPS day.
You guys are very sunny.
You know, it's a dark, dark world. We're trying to brighten it up a little bit, Justin.
On a Monday.
Your forecasts are not helping.
Sorry.
Time now, 9:21, 83 degrees.
Amazon Prime Day begins tomorrow. When we come back, Mark Austin is speaking with a Consumer Reports expert about what shoppers can expect and how to get the best deals.
Welcome back to GMSA at 9. Amazon's Summer Prime Day sale kicks off tomorrow and will feature massive discounts on things like appliances, mattresses, tech stuff, and more. And the huge event has caused other retailers like Best Buy and Target to also offer discounts. So joining us this morning is Consumer Reports deals expert Samantha Gordon to share tips for securing the best deals during the hectic sales season, advice on the best time to buy, and deal recommendations based on their lab tests. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing very well. Thanks, Samantha. So what can we expect for Amazon's Prime Day deals tomorrow and Wednesday?
So Amazon Prime Day is a huge 2-day sale, and pretty much everything on the site goes on sale. Every category that you could possibly want to shop for, there will be deals and discounts, whether you're looking for home goods or electronics or even back to school supplies.
Can we expect similar deals or discounts from other retailers?
Absolutely. So right now, Target is holding their Circle Week, Walmart has Walmart Plus Week, and Best Buy has Black Friday in July, where you'll see similar, if not the exact same prices at all three retailers.
So Samantha, do you have any tips for getting the best deals on Prime Day?
So the best thing you can do is compare prices. You never know who's going to have a slightly better deal than the other competitors. So make sure that you're looking at all those different prices. Over at cr.org, we actually list out all of the different retailers where all the different prices are available, so you can get it all in one quick snapshot. So that can be a big help.
And what about just general tips for maximizing savings at other sales events?
So it's really good to make sure you're doing your research before you buy. The quality of the product matters a lot more than the price. Once you get it home, you want to make sure that it's going to work as you expect it to. So make sure you're reading reviews, looking for fake reviews, and just doing your due diligence before you make a purchase.
And why are we beginning to see so many deals in July? How does that compare to, say, a typical holiday shopping season?
So the month of July has really become very similar to the month of November in terms of having all these big sales. Retailers started this because people weren't really shopping over the summer. So Amazon kicked off Prime Day in 2015, and all of the other retailers started to follow suit and hold these big sales to get their numbers up in the summer, which really benefits shoppers. So we don't have to wait until October and November to see those big prices.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Samantha Gordon from Consumer Reports. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, and if you missed any of this information, you can find it again on KSAT.com. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Mark. Are you going to take advantage of Amazon Prime Day?
I don't know. Probably not. I know it sounds, I'm a shopper, of course, but I usually, like, if I need something or a gift or for myself or the family, but I don't know. Nothing has popped up, so I'm not going to go out of my way.
Good for you.
You know, so unless, you know.
The push notifications
I'll let you know.
and the emails get me.
Oh.
Good marketing team over there.
Yeah, they are.
All right, time now, 9:27, 83 degrees.
And still more ahead on GMSA at night, including our morning sports chat with RJ.
Let's go.
About how the Spurs are looking during Summer League, and of course, Victor Wembanyama, his debut in the silver and black.
Before that, though, we're going to be talking about some concerns over a popular energy drink and why some experts are worried if kids drink it. We're going to explain in just a bit. Back to a big headline that we're seeing really across the nation this morning. It's new concern about an energy drink that has become popular amongst kids. It is important to note that there are two different energy drinks. So they're both under the Prime merchandise, but there's one that's a bottle Prime.
Right.
It's like the plastic bottle. It's like a Gatorade. The other is the energy drink. And on the energy drink,
the can
it's
the energy drink.
It explicitly says, do not drink if you're under 18 years old.
That's right. So that known, the amount of caffeine in one can is raising some eyebrows, and it now has the attention of a U.S. senator.
ABC's Allison Kostick explains how much caffeine is in one of the Prime energy drinks, not the same as the other Prime drink, and why it is causing concern for parents.
This morning, New York Senator Chuck Schumer is calling on the FDA to investigate the energy drink Prime, which he says is being marketed to children and contains the caffeine equivalent of 6 cans of Coca-Cola.
One of the summer's hottest status symbols for kids is not an outfit, it's not a toy, it's a beverage.
YouTube stars Logan Paul and KSI founded the beverage brand. The drink comes in two forms, energy and hydration, but it's the energy version in neon-colored cans that has Schumer concerned for younger consumers. A 12-ounce can of Coke has 34 milligrams of caffeine. An 8.4-ounce can of Red Bull has 80. And a 12-ounce can of Prime Energy, 200 milligrams.
That is too much for any growing child. And that much caffeine can cause some adverse effects, such as disrupted sleep, mood disorders, upset stomach, even abnormal heart rhythms.
The warning label on Prime Energy notes it's not recommended for people under 18. But Schumer says the warning gets lost in the advertising.
Prime is born from the reels of social media and the enigmatic world of influencers. Kids see it on their phones as they scroll, and then they actually have a need for it.
It's among a growing number of energy drinks with elevated caffeine. Gatorade's new drink, Fast Twitch, and Pepsi's Celsius both also have 200 milligrams. And Bang energy drinks from Vital Pharmaceuticals has a whopping 300 milligrams. As for Prime Energy, ABC News has reached out to Congo Brands, which makes Prime, and has not heard back. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
And I'm glad that they brought up Celsius in the story because I know that's very popular here
on GMSA.
Yeah, here on GMSA. It is 200 milligrams of caffeine, so that's a little bit like 2 cups of coffee.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I stick to the coffee, or sometimes espresso, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll give those a try. But
yeah. I mean, the big thing out there, parents, if your kids want to get a Prime, give them the plastic bottle, not the can.
Right.
Because that has 200 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Yeah, that's a tough day. Yeah. That's looking ahead to a tough day.
Real energetic day. All right, let's take a live look out of the Alamo City. You know, you shouldn't have too much caffeine if you're going to be out and about today because that can really dehydrate you.
It's true. Water. Stick to water. That's why I'm the not fun parent. Always going to order water. Anyway, let's take a look at a KSAT Connect picture. This is cool. So this is what we call crepuscular rays. You see them sometimes at sunset. You can see kind of the streaks in the sky. The sun there on the horizon being kind of shadowed or blocked out by some clouds there in the distance. And you get these really cool crepuscular rays. That is a great shot. We appreciate you sending that in to our KSAT Connect. Let's look at the clouds right now. We do have some out there this morning. Some morning overcast. It didn't last very long. They're already beginning to break up here over San Antonio. Still some overcast skies for Sabinal, Uvalde, maybe down towards La Pryor. But here in San Antonio, we're going to be mostly sunny very soon. 98 by 2 o'clock. We're all the way up to 102 by 5 o'clock, sunny skies. And then as we head into tonight, temperatures in the 90s, 94 at 9 p.m., 90 at 10 p.m. And speaking of hot, that was Wembanyama last night, huh?
Great transition. That was really well done. All right, RJ, obviously joining us here. Weekend of Wemby in Vegas.
Yeah.
What a weekend it has been. The full roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, first of all, let's all take a deep breath here. Let's all take a sigh of relief because
So he's not a bust, not a
Victor
Hall of Famer
Wembanyama
yet?
is pretty good at basketball. I think we got to see a little bit of that last night. So taking a look here at some of, this is Friday's game right here. So that was his first basket as a San Antonio Spur, but obviously he struggled a bit here. No lie there. So this is some of the action from last night's game against taking on the Portland Trailblazers. And we see there a lot more of the skill, a lot more feeling comfortable in the offense. Look at that, the range on defense, blocking 3-pointers. Max, what do you think of Wemby's debut here in Vegas over the weekend?
Debut or game 2?
Both. Let's just combine them all.
Let's start with game 1, right?
Okay. You got some thoughts.
I do have some thoughts. I think first off, there was a lot on his mind. Obviously, you come in with a lot of pressure. There was the Britney Spears situation, which I feel like we need to address because I don't care who you are, regardless if he's been playing pro for 4 years, that's still going to weigh on you. Especially,
I think so.
Right, all the media and whatnot.
And it's his first.
It was his first here, right? And another thing, people forget that this isn't really a team. This is more like pickup basketball with guys who are just very talented. I think game 2 is a better indication. You saw him overpowering, outreaching. You saw the skill. You saw, and what you did notice from game one, though, he was drawing 3 defenders multiple times.
Right, yeah. And Summer League, I mean, look, all these guys are trying to play for roster spots, so you're right. There's a lot going on. He even admitted after the first game that, look, he didn't really even know what he was doing in the offense. They were trying to figure out what they were going to do with him in general. But again, just you can see the skill, the athleticism. You can see this coordination,
shot right
the
there.
fluidity. That's Kevin Durant right there. No one's going to block that shot. I mean, once he perfects that, he's going to be good to go. So, and then we have this, this tip dunk here was pretty impressive.
I like that he could tip the ball to himself, like that, and then keep it in play.
That was the one we talked about on Twitter.
He's like, oh, let me pass it to myself. I got this.
I tweeted this morning. It's like you almost feel bad for the defender because he didn't even need to jump.
I know.
Yeah. Just throw it up to him and he'll be good to go. So interesting showing there. It was a little uneven by Wemby, but great to see him play there last night and really step up. So he said last night during his post-game press conference that he probably is not going to be playing the rest of Summer League. I don't think we need to see him anymore. Yeah.
Put up 27. You're
even
good.
though we want to.
Proven you can
even though we want to.
That's it.
But what's interesting is even though it feels like the Spurs won, even though they technically lost yesterday, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun to watch because we got to see Wemby. And it was almost the opposite of game one, where we had Julian Champagny, who's really been a star of the summer.
He's been great. Yeah. What happened with the Sixers there, Max, to kind of let that guy go?
We let a lot of guys go. Charles Bassey, another one.
San Antonio's own, All right, so the Spurs will continue Summer League whether Wemby plays or not. They are taking on the Wizards tomorrow. That's at 9:30, and then they play the Pistons. So we'll see how the rest of the squad does here the rest of the ways to go.
Speaking of the rest of the squad, you and I were texting a little bit earlier this morning. Malachi Branham, Blake Wesley.
Point guard issues here. Even last night, there was a lot of sort of chatter about why they did not give Wemby the ball back when the Spurs were kind of making that comeback, and he was a little bit, as Justin said earlier, on fire. So, definitely some stuff there. Some other news here out of Vegas, the in-season tournament, Max.
Oh, my goodness.
Your thoughts on this? I was here over the weekend. At first, it took me a little bit to buy in, but now I get it. I understand. Do you know what? If it makes these games more interesting in November and in early December.
Okay. I don't want to cut you off. You finish.
Sure.
I'll let you finish.
At first, I thought I was like, okay, what's the point of this? It's a little confusing. Why are we even doing this? But you know what? It brings a little bit more excitement during the months of November, the dog days of the NBA season, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I love November, first off. I know a lot of people they're excited for the start and we get lost before Christmas. Here's my gripe, right? I know 500,000, that's a lot for everyone.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
Okay.
I wanted something where if you win the tournament, an auto playoff spot. Not
that would have been
play-in,
nice.
a playoff spot. So the team is actually committed, right? That way they're actually trying to win, not just for monetary gain, because look, the NBA is probably going to make more than that.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are going to make more than that if they're willing to hand out. If they're willing to hand out 500,000, but make it worth it for a team, because if these players are going to play each and every game, if they're going to give it their all for this tournament stretch, make it worth it in a postseason perspective.
Okay.
Especially for teams like the Magic, for like the Spurs.
Yeah.
Where it's cool, you're the first winners of the NBA Cup.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, what does that really mean? You made $500K.
And I'm sure that was all discussed there. Maybe they just felt that it was a little bit too much. But right now, I think it's a very interesting concept. The games are going to be on Tuesday nights and Friday nights. I know, Steph, you like to go to games Friday nights.
Friday will be a little more, doable for us morning people. But it'll make it, more for the fans.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, one more quick thing to get to from over the weekend. Tony Parker. All right, so he was hanging out last night at the Superhero Car Show and Comic-Con there at Freeman Coliseum. Got to sign autographs. He is. Signing some autographs, meeting and greeting with the fans. So we got a chance to catch up with TP yesterday, and he talked a little bit about Victor Wembanyama finally becoming a Spur.
I'm just happy for him because he wanted to be here. And it's funny because when the Spurs got the #1 pick, he posted that picture, with my jersey growing up. And when he was playing for my team in Nashville, he never showed me that picture. The first time I saw it is when he put it on social media. So it was pretty cool. I guess it was destiny for him to be drafted by the Spurs.
That is one of the most Spurs stories that I've ever heard.
Gives you chills.
Yeah, Victor, he played with Tony Parker's team in France and helped him actually win a French title there. So TP also talked a little bit about Pop and the expectations surrounding the rookie as well. So a lot of good stuff there from Tony Parker. So pretty cool to see that connection there.
Yeah, we're all glad to have him, and Tony Parker as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You talked to him before last night's game, right?
That was before last night's game. Yeah.
So what was his kind of vibe? Like everyone just needs to calm down?
Yeah, pretty much. He said, and there was some other good stuff that he said where he said, look, we've never had a guy who can do this on the court. 7'4", 7'5", whatever you want to call him. 7'4", 7'5". Yeah, I know there's a lot of debate about that, but Tony said that, look, we've never had a guy with this skill set at that height who can do what he can do. So Tony said, just kind of relax a little bit.
Yeah.
You remember Tony Parker came in, he was also, 18, 19
That's
at the
true.
time.
He's
So
very
he
young.
knows a thing or two about having to deal with some of that stuff. Not on the level of Victor Wembanyama.
I was going to say, it's not the level
Not on
of
that
height,
level, but still just having to deal with being one of the leaders of a team immediately as the Spurs are.
We weren't worried. We talked Saturday.
No.
We were like,
Oh.
after Friday's game, we were like, we're okay.
We were like, everyone needs to calm down.
So, we agree with Tony Parker.
Yeah, definitely. So, TP had some good stuff to say there. Of course, Tony Parker going into the Hall of Fame in a month with Coach Pop and Becky Hammond.
Heck yeah.
So some good stuff there.
Congrats.
So, Wemby, look, he's pretty good, guys, right? Can we all agree?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and whether we see him again in Summer League or not, I think last night was a good indication of what to kind of expect here as the season comes along.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Thank you, RJ.
Thanks, guys.
All right, time now, 9:43, 84 degrees.
You're watching GMSA at 9, and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. It's 9:46. Oh, you can see the sun today. So last week, these flamingos were in complete shade, and now they're basking in the sun. Very
Flamingo
good.
Cam. Did we learn something about the flamingo's knees, or am I just making something up?
Okay, so Jamie, tell me again. You said you can't see the knees of a flamingo, right? The knees are inside the body. There you go. And so it looks like the knees to us, which are kind of going the other way, they're actually the ankles of the flamingo. Something else I didn't know. I'm learning so much about flamingos this
Justin,
summer.
our local scientist, is so intrigued. He's like leaning over.
I'm thoroughly confused.
Locked in. Okay, so I pulled it
Ankles
up.
and knees.
It turns out these are the bird's ankles, and its knee is actually inside the body.
Yeah.
We don't normally see it. So
Thank
the
you, Jamie.
inversion, as Jamie so eloquently said, is on the outside. That's what we see. We see the ankle. The knees are on the inside.
All these years, trying to imitate a flamingo with your knee up, and you're not doing it right.
Okay, what?
It's actually an ankle.
Stick to the weather.
Hey, this is what I know.
Good.
Okay.
That if a flamingo sees his shadow, that means like 6 more weeks of summer.
Oh.
It does.
Wouldn't that be something?
Pink Punxsutawney Phil.
That's what we do here in
might
San
start that.
Antonio. I like it.
Let's talk about water temperatures. Speaking of flamingos, they like warm water, I'm sure, but these temperatures are kind of off the charts. These were the water temperatures yesterday around Florida. Key West had a water temperature of 92. It was 95 there along the Florida Keys, 96, and yeah, it seems really warm. It's almost like hot tub temperatures, right? Typically, these temperatures would be in the upper 80s, but we've got 90s here. These are some of the hottest water temperatures we've seen in a long, long time. They're along the Florida coast. And we're seeing some warm ones here, too, along Texas. Not as warm, but still warm nonetheless. And granted, that's right along the shore, and some of the bays and things like that. But even as you look out over the open water, we've got temperatures in the 80s and maybe even 90 there, again, off the Florida Keys. So what does that mean? Well, it doesn't have a huge impact other than to say it does affect some of the marine life, but also if we get a hurricane coming into the Caribbean or the Gulf of Mexico, that's going to give it a lot of energy to work with. So that's just something to watch. We don't have anything out there right now, but if something does get going, it will have plenty of fuel once it moves in that direction. We're not seeing anything over the Atlantic right now. It's just the Pacific that remains active. And we've got one little system here, actually a decent chance of development here within the next 7 days or so. Meantime, satellite picture shows we had some morning clouds. We did here over San Antonio. Those have since gone away. Still some clouds, though, along Highway 90 as you go west, Uvalde out towards just east of Del Rio. Big picture here across the country. We've got a system here that tails all the way back into North Texas, frontal boundary actually, but that does not make it down here. So we'll see some action up across North Texas today, Florida, up and down the East Coast, and very heavy rain across the Northeast. And severe weather, there could be some strong storms up and down the plains. We just don't see it here. Everything stays to our north and out of our forecast. 82 right now at Stinson, 88 Kelly, 79 at Randolph. We've got southerly winds for the most part. These dew points are fairly high today. With these dew points will come down some. We'll see some slightly drier air by the afternoon. But in the meantime, there's going to be a heat index that we're going to have to worry about. It already feels like 91 here in San Antonio. I think the heat index could go as high as 105, 106 a little bit later this afternoon. So it is another one of those days. 95 is what it feels like right now in Pleasanton, 92 in Devine. In the KSAT 12-hour forecast, 93 noontime. We'll be up around 102 by 5 o'clock and then down into the 90s. It's not much cool down, but down to 97 at 8 p.m., 90 at 10 p.m. Extended forecast. We'll go 102 tomorrow. Now, I will say there's a small outside chance for a shower or two north of San Antonio tomorrow afternoon. Wouldn't bank on it, but those in the hill country, just keep it on the radar just in case. Otherwise, it is a dry forecast. It is a hot forecast, and we're kind of stuck here in the doldrums of summer.
Just have to be creative to stay cool for these weeks to come.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do other than stay inside and crank up the AC.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll do all the above.
I do want to just a little breaking news. No, I'm not going to interrupt you. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and Speaker Dade Phelan announcing a joint statement announcing an agreement on the proposed legislation that will deliver the biggest property tax cut in Texas history. Of the highlights, more than $12 billion spent on reducing the school property tax rate for all homeowners and business properties. So obviously there's an evolving story. The speaker just tweeting out his press release a few moments ago, so make sure to stay with us online and on air throughout the day as more information comes in. But for now, time is just about 9:52, 84 degrees.
And as we head to break, here's a look at some of the activities going on at public libraries around the city. From 4 to 5 p.m. at the Stones Branch Library, kids 5 to 12 years old use their imagination to build things with Legos and more. And as a request of the kids at the Johnson Branch Library, they will be learning how to make mangonadas. Hey, that sounds good. That will be from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. That's pretty cool. They requested that. For a look at all the events scheduled for today at different public libraries around the city, you can head over to the KSAT Kids section of our website at ksat.com.
All right, if you're not a KSAT insider yet, you should sign up. There's so many cool features and, of course, a lot of great perks.
That's right. We had a great Fiesta KSAT Insider Party, and now we are looking forward to the KSAT Pigskin Classic.
I am so excited. Insiders get early access to tickets, and this year, the KSAT Pigskin Classic, even bigger and better than last year. We added an extra night of football. Only one game on Friday, August 25th, 3 games on Saturday, August 26th.
So tickets are on sale right now, and KSAT Insiders can also get the VIP experience with the best seats in the house. Just head over again to our website, ksat.com, for more information. It's hard to believe it's already here.
Can't wait.
And we said I just ordered the KSAT Pigskin Classic Polo. It looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's different than last year.
Oh, yeah, we got to mix it up. All right, that is it. Hey, we'll see you back here, News at Noon.
Bye, guys.